The World Health Organization says over the last 24 hours, 106,000 new cases have been reported, and this comes as new data from Columbia University finds at least 36,000 lives could have been saved if the U.S. had imposed social distancing guidelines just 1 week earlier in March.
And predictably, the White House is not accepting any blame for those deaths. In fact, in a statement, the White House says that it's President Trump who saved many American lives by instituting that travel ban on China and then getting equipment and testing set up in the United States. Obviously, critics of President Trump would not agree with those version of events. The president really has escalated his attacks on China in the last couple of days, especially on Twitter. He said the incompetence of China led to mass worldwide killing, and it all comes from the top. That last part is significant because the president, even with all of his criticism of China, has not really made this personal with Xi Jinping. He likes to say, I have a good relationship with President Xi, and then blame China for not being transparent and not stopping this virus.
Trump saying it all comes from the top. That's some projection there, right? Conservative projection is such a fascinating phenomenon. But yeah, this study is incredibly damning. Trump went on to blame some of the governors, local officials in the states that they should have acted sooner. And when it comes to the case of New York, that's absolutely true. Bickering and just kind of ego-driven discussions between Andrew Cuomo and Bill de Blasio certainly cost lives. That's been reported on by ProPublica, among other outlets. But dude, you're the president. You're the president. If Obama had the same substantive response that you did, you know that you would be calling him out aggressively. I mean, remember back when Trump was just a loon in the media? Those were the days. He said that Obama was going to start a war with Iran in order to save his presidency, and Trump has teetered on war with Iran multiple times. So it all comes down to projection with him, but the more important part, unpacking Trump psychology is a long-winded process, are the figures that this Columbia University study found, and it's staggering. The study found the U.S. could have avoided at least 700,000 fewer infections if actions that began on March 15th had actually started on March 8th. And if restrictions had gone into effect in the U.S. 2 weeks earlier, researchers found nearly 54,000 people would still be alive, and nearly 1 million COVID-19 cases would have been avoided. Regarding Cuomo and de Blasio's failings, the paper says that if restrictions had taken effect on March 8th, the New York metropolitan area would have had at least 209,987 fewer cases and 17,514 fewer deaths. March 15th is the day the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention advised against gatherings of 50 or more people for the next 2 months. If the U.S. had been able to follow social distancing restrictions to the same degree on March 8th, the study says, it would have sharply cut the respiratory disease's impact. And other studies and data has shown that the federal government knew about the rampaging disease back in November. They warned Israel about it, amongst other countries. Trump was warned by national security advisors as well. Trump did his travel ban weeks after, continued to host huge campaign rallies with thousands of people, no restrictions, continued not to heed warnings, downplay the virus's threat, say there would be 0 cases in the United States. It's as clear as day. But the gaslighting of America continues. As I also said, there is a huge amount of blame to go towards Andrew Cuomo and de Blasio, specifically Cuomo, who he kept saying it was his authority, that de Blasio didn't have the authority to close schools. It was all Cuomo. He kept publicly saying that de Blasio shouldn't try to, kind of big dog his way through this pandemic because Cuomo wanted all the public credit. Well, you're going to get all the criticism as well, dude. Be careful what you wish for. Another egomaniac, similar to Trump in many ways, to be honest, but more competent. Although, as we're seeing, didn't act soon enough. But if Trump wants to talk about accountability and wants to talk about how when it comes to China, it comes from the top down, you know it comes from the top down here too, buddy. Can't get away with it this time.